Hey guys, Brian from Retread Paintball. Thanks for joining us today. Got a lot of stuff to go over today. Doing a bunch of videos. Trying to clear out the gear closet storage unit here with a bunch of stuff. Been meaning to do some videos on and then pass them along to you, and also just to get some clear some space because the family's pretty much saying, hey, you're taking up all the storage with your paintball crap. So trying to get rid of a bunch of stuff, a bunch of hoppers today, a bunch of guns, some other stuff. But first wanted to start off with some chronographs. And this one you might be really familiar with at a field near you in red or bright yellow. This is the paintball radar that most fields use, around here at least. And just kind of wanted to talk about it really quickly. You're probably familiar with it. It's one button activation to turn on. It'll show you your feet per second, and also if you rip off a string, it'll show you your how many balls a second you're getting. So this thing, it's metal, it's pretty sturdy, and one thing to note is it takes these lantern style mega flashlight type batteries. They're 6 volts. They last a really long time. I haven't had to replace it since I bought this one. So it works pretty well. But it's big, and but it's sturdy. It's made by this company called what is it? Actually, it's the same company that makes this little handheld unit, and I think it's Custom Chronograph Inc. Yeah, Custom Chronograph Inc. and they're in Washington. So they make this this handheld unit as well, which is pretty nice, and very similar logo and everything with the bat and all that. So these, and then I've got this one, which is made by, who is it? Sports Sensors Inc. So three chronographs here. There's a couple other field style chronographs that are this size. I just haven't had my hands on one yet. Virtue also makes a really nice chronograph, like a handheld one, but it fits in a mount that you could also use like at a field. It's a lot more expensive. These I've been able to get used on eBay, but new, I think they're like upwards of $300 or more dollars. I got it a lot less on eBay. And for your backyard, maybe you don't want this if you have a field, because it may not be as reliable or something, and there's no one to call if something goes wrong. But for shooting here in the backyard and for a lot of my videos, I kind of like this one. I also like using it to test because 3 of the closest fields to me all use the same unit. So if I'm testing and tuning a gun in my backyard here, I know I'm at least close, so that when I get to the field, I'm not playing around with my gun a whole lot. But then a lot of times to take something, you don't really want to carry this to the field. So to carry something to the field, and I would recommend a handheld one, like one of these. And there's pluses and minuses to both of these, but essentially it's really nice to have because sometimes the field chrono goes down, and I've lent them one of my chronographs to at least get people playing, or out on the field if the referees, a lot of times fields can't afford to give each of their referees one of these, and somebody's questioning that someone's shooting hot. It's nice to have one of these where you can give it to the ref and say, okay, well, go ahead and test. And if it's a couple feet per second over, no problem. But if the guy's shooting like way over the field limit, then yeah, you don't want him to hurt anybody, so you want to take that person out. And also, if you're running private games, either at a sanctioned field or on somebody else's property, it's nice to be able to bring your own chrono and get everybody chronoed in. So, and these fit in the pocket really nicely. So let's go over this one. This one, basically, it's one button, and you turn it on. And I've got my axe here today. You turn it on. You've all seen this, and you put it over the chrono. And I'm shooting like 273, 281. And then there it tells me that was just, without even trying, 13 BPS. So that's kind of that chrono. These other two, the thing to note is this one takes a standard 9-volt battery, and the downside is, and it tells you right on the front, rest on barrel 1 inch behind muzzle. So that's about 1 inch behind muzzle. You have to hold the button down. You see that? For it to stay on. And it does give you BPS also. So that's pretty handy. This guy, it's LCD. You'll see only has 2 spaces. So in order to read you a 3-digit number, it's going to read you, say I'm going to shoot 275. It'll show you 2, and then it'll go away and show 75 to indicate it's 275. You then have to reset this by pressing it again every time. But the good thing is you only have to turn it on the one time, and to turn it off, I think you just hold it down for 5 seconds or something. Well, I've totally forgotten how to turn this off. Okay, but you also have 3 screws to remove the back, and then the it's got like a non-standard battery in here, like an N-size battery, which is not something you could find like at every paintball shop around. So you may want to think about that. Just add a little bit more paint here. Stop spinning on me. So this one, it says 277, and it'll keep showing it until you clear it. 250, 272. So it's small. It comes with a really nice case. They, goes in your gear bag, and you won't be banging it up or anything. This one comes with a little bag, which does protect it, But I guess out of the two, I kind of like this one a little bit better. It's a little bit more expensive, but not much. I was also able to get this used, and it works pretty well. And I like that it takes 9 volts, like half the other stuff my paintball equipment takes. So those are 3 chronographs I've been meaning to show you guys, and that you may want to consider. All right, thanks.